First at 4, infant mortality in Detroit. Mayor Duggan just revealed encouraging new numbers for families, and he's warning about a threat to that progress. Facebook versus former President Trump. The new decision on his suspension, new criticism of the social media site, and what is the next step? Here's Ben.
Karen, we're getting a break from the rain, but a break from the sunshine as well. We'll see if we can sneak in a few peaks before temperatures tumble to the 30s tonight. Kim?
One woman from Bloomfield Hills who beat cancer is now using her experience to educate other cancer patients. I'll show you how she's helping them keep their confidence and identity through this very difficult time.
Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Karen Drew. First at 4, new numbers right now showing a historic drop in the infant mortality rate in the city of Detroit. According to state data, the rate dropped from 16.7 infant deaths per thousand back in 2018 to 11 per thousand in 2019. Now, that is the lowest rate in more than 20 years. The racial gap in the infants dying before their first birthday also dropped. Back in 2018, there were 7 white and 146 black infant deaths. In 2019, there were 8 white and 91 black infant deaths. Mayor Mike Duggan credits several community programs for the breakthrough, but says COVID-19 could really hurt the progress.
Because of the fear of COVID, we've got moms who are not making their prenatal appointments. All of the progress that we made in 2019, we have the potential to let slip away. And so what we're here today to say is the resources are here, the support's here, you got great medical care in this city.
Our coverage continues at 5. We're going to take a look at how $500,000 had a big impact on the health of the expectant mother, what it was spent on, and how it led to better outcomes. Michigan's governor urging all of us to do our part to encourage others to get their COVID vaccines. 6 days after she announced her Vax to Normal challenge, the state is yet to reach the first milestone. Right now, we're closing in on 51% of those 16 and older having at least one shot. That number needs to reach 55% for all businesses to be able to bring employees back to work. Governor Whitmer says the state is ready to start vaccinating more adolescents if the vaccine's approved for kids from 12 to 15 years old. The governor says the vaccine campaign is constantly being reviewed, but she hopes Michiganders will pull together to reach the ultimate goal of 70% of adults with at least one shot.
We can do this. We have access to vaccines now. The question is going to be, are we all going to jump in this together and encourage people and make it, something that we're taking every opportunity to answer questions of people who maybe just want to know a little bit more before they walk in and get their vaccine.
Today, the state is reporting nearly 2,600 new cases of the virus. That is up slightly from yesterday, a drop, though, from last week. The test positivity rate is also trending downward, hitting 10%. We've also seen an additional 42 deaths connected to the virus. We're getting close to 18,000 since the pandemic began. The Detroit Department of Transportation and Crime Stoppers are actually teaming up to help families get justice. DDOT will be placing Crime Stoppers signs on their buses. Officials hope the signs will encourage people to help solve crimes in their communities through anonymous reporting by calling a tip into the 1-800-SPEAK-UP hotline. Well, we're getting a brief break from the rain today, but we are looking at another chilly evening. Ben Bailey joins us with the first forecast. I'm going to have to bundle up for my daughter's softball game tonight.
Yeah, hard to believe. Here we are early May, Karen, and it still feels like we just rolled out of winter, but you can see the clouds are still firmly in place across the area. We've been seeing a couple breaks, and they're very limited. We saw one downtown that probably lasted about 2 minutes, and then the clouds came back. Low to mid 50s out there. Winds are still out of the north, which is leading to some of those chilly conditions. And you can see there's clearing on the west part of the state. That is starting to advance here, so it's a race against time to see if we can get some brighter skies before the sun sets tonight. So the rain's not done with us yet. We've got 2 more chances even before the weekend, so we'll run those down for you. Weekend does look better, at least in spots. We'll discuss that and a gradual warming trend, but don't get your hopes up for the 80s. Those aren't in the forecast, but we'll show you where we're going in a few minutes. Karen?
Right, we look forward to it. Thanks, Ben. Severe weather has slammed through the southeastern United States, and it is not over yet. Torrential rains led to this flooding in Birmingham, Alabama. More than 7 inches of water swamped the area in just a few hours yesterday. Cars were surrounded by the rising waters. It's been a dangerous week in several southern states, with storms blamed for at least 3 deaths and dozens of injuries. And here's another example of the damage we're seeing. The National Weather Service confirms a tornado ripped through northern Virginia, leaving one home there blown to bits. We're told the tornado was on the ground for 5 miles with maximum wind speeds up to 120 miles an hour. Incredibly, that was the only home in this neighborhood that was leveled. Today, a rain threat continues along the Gulf Coast in Louisiana, Alabama, and Florida. Former President Donald Trump will not be returning to Facebook and Instagram, at least not right now. An independent oversight board voted to uphold his ban from those 2 sites, but it's also calling out Facebook for how it handled Trump's suspension. Kimberly Gill working this story, and Kim, we're hearing from someone involved in the decision.
Karen, good afternoon. The director of that oversight board is speaking out about why banning the former president was the right decision, but he says the board does take issue with how the punishment was handled. Let's break down the board's decision. It says suspending then President Trump was the right decision because of the ongoing risk of violence. You may remember he was suspended right after the riots on Capitol Hill for comments Facebook feared would cause more violence. But the oversight says the indefinite suspension was not appropriate, saying Facebook should have either permanently disabled President Trump's account or proposed a suspension for a specific period of time. The director summarized the board's feelings. Listen.
It rejects Facebook's vague and arbitrary rules, which could potentially have this chilling effect on freedom of expression. And Facebook must make its rules, on things like account suspensions and deletions, which are obviously extremely important for free expression issues. They must make those rules consistent and transparent.
The board has given Facebook 6 months to re-examine the penalty imposed on the former president. It's urging the company to come up with clear and consistent rules that can be applied to Trump and others in the future. So far, no public comments from the former president himself. Karen, back to you.
All right. Thanks, Kim.
Sure.
Well, it's no secret fighting cancer comes with a variety of physical challenges. Losing your hair can be one of those side effects. That messes with your self-image and also your self-confidence just when you need it the most. But there is a treatment that can help. It's not cheap, though. Local 4's Kim DeGiulio tells us about one woman's mission to cap and conquer that challenge for more patients.
Cold capping or scalp cooling is nothing new, but many people don't know about it. It's a treatment cancer patients can do while undergoing chemotherapy to save their hair. And now one woman from Bloomfield Hills who underwent this treatment wants everyone to know about it.
So I was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma when I was 21 years old.
Madison Novis was about to start her senior year at Duke University when her whole world was turned upside down.
You're diagnosed with any cancer and you feel like I just need to figure out XYZ, I need to figure out what's the best chemo, where am I going to do treatment. I was going through fertility preservation. Hair loss felt like, we always joke, like bigger fish to fry. It just felt like something that was easier to put to the side.
That's when a friend told her about cold capping. Her older sisters wanted to help Madison do it.
And you put these ice cold caps on, the patient's head, so for us on my sister's head, and you strap it down, and every 20 to 30 minutes you rotate out the caps.
You do the capping for about 2 hours before chemo treatments and 4 hours after, making infusion days last about 10 hours.
And so keeping the hair for Madison meant that she got to keep a piece of herself while so much was being taken away. And to be able to do that, as a family member gave us a sense of purpose when you feel so out of control. There were so many moments throughout my treatment where I felt so disconnected from myself, and being able to at least in those moments look in the mirror and see myself was so important for my morale and for my confidence.
Now Madison, her sisters, and 3 friends want to educate people about cold capping, which is why they started a nonprofit called Cap and Conquer.
And that's really our mission, is to be able to break down those educational and financial barriers so that every eligible cancer patient can use cold cap therapy if they so choose to.
The treatment costs anywhere between $1,000 to $3,000, but Cap and Conquer is working to make sure that price tag is something cancer patients don't have to think about.
We wanted to step in our own community and find a way to support patients so that everyone who wanted to do cold caps was financially able to.
Madison has now been cancer-free for over 2 years. In Bloomfield Hills, I'm Kim DeGiulio, Local 4.
Cap and Conquer is hosting its first golf outing this August to raise funds to help other cancer patients. We posted information on that event and how to donate on our website, clickondetroit.com. Still ahead, first at 4, it's not often a big company publicly admits it made a mistake. Well, it is happening today and could affect your exercise routine at home. We'll explain. Also, he's lost and alone. We're following the mystery in the Mediterranean surrounding a baby gray whale. First, a pre-Mother's Day surprise. One woman was expecting 7 babies, but wait, there were more. Move over, Octomom. The rest of the story right after the break.